On this episode of Vegas Streets, we're in McNeil Estates. Welcome to one of my favorite neighborhoods, McNeil Estate. When I say favorite neighborhoods, I keep trying to get my wife to move down here. So maybe you can comment down below and say, hey Allie, freaking move here for Steve, okay? So talking about its location, it's actually boxed in a nice small area on the west side of the strip. If you're looking at a map, we've got Rancho going north to south, and then you have Oakey and Charleston going east to west, capped off by Cashman on the west. So it's not a massive area, but you have a lot of unique homes in here, like the one I'm in right now. Let's talk about the neighborhood. So one of my favorite things about it, if you haven't seen any of my other videos about the specific area, are there's massive trees, lots of greenery. It feels cooler down here because there's really large lots, lots of grass, lots of trees. Talking lot size, most of the homes here are either on a quarter, half, or even a full acre like the home I'm actually in right now. And I just filmed a YouTube video of this specific home, so if you want to see that home tour, go ahead and click the link right here. Most of these homes were built in the 50s, like this one right here is built in 1951, the early 60s, and some have even been built as late as the early 2000s in some of the specific areas. If you're looking for very unique homes, look at the street called Ashby, which is where I'm at right now. There is crazy homes from a little bit more newer homes in the early 2000s to one of the coolest looking mid-century modern masterpieces I've ever seen, which we'll show you right now. Let's talk price for a minute. It's a pretty broad gamut because they're such unique homes. We are talking about ranch style homes. Most of them are gonna be above 2,000 square feet. The home I'm in right now is just about $1 million. There's 3 others within this block that are also at the $1 million range. But that doesn't mean you can't get something for 600, 500, 400 if you want to put a little bit of work into it too. The location for these homes and convenience you have a lot of conveniences. My wife always tells me that she wouldn't go grocery shopping in the nearest grocery store to this community right here, and it's just all depending on what you're used to, your level of urbanness, and I don't have a problem with it, but you might find yourself going to a grocery store maybe a couple miles away than the ones that are immediately in this location. So this location is really prime if you work downtown, if you find yourself going downtown a lot, you're in really close distance to the Arts District, also Main Street, so if you want to go to one of our local breweries that we have down there, great spot for that. If you just find yourself experiencing more of what Vegas has to offer, especially in the nightlife, this can be an absolutely fantastic neighborhood. Let's talk pros and cons real quick. Pros, one of the giant pros I think is of course the area. I think these homes are gorgeous. I love the big trees. I love the massive lot sizes like the one I'm on right now, which is almost an acre. Another pro is you're close to the nightlife and downtown and all the exciting things that Las Vegas has to offer. Another pro is you live in a unique, awesome community that you just can't get everywhere else. Cons, the outside area directly outside this community is probably not my favorite. Older homes come with older problems or more problems. There's actually a lot of power lines you might see in your backyard. So if you are outside stargazing, you gotta look past that a little bit. A lot of these communities that were built a little older, they don't run the utilities all underground. So you will see a little bit more in your airspace. My wife's dad actually grew up in this area, just a couple blocks over on Calanthi. So it's a really unique neighborhood. It has a ton of history, has a ton of flavor, and there's also a ton of birds, lots of trees. I freaking love it down here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video of Vegas Streets, you enjoyed McNeil Estates, and maybe you might even consider living here. So if you have any questions about buying or selling in Las Vegas, or just living here, comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.